simple reason is because much as we shall be strict to ensure we avoid any form of sharp practices, we will also encourage you by all we pass to you to make you to succeed in the exam. I want to tell you that you don't buy professional certificates. You may be smart to buy academic certificates in some crude and unrefined institutions, but you may escape that. But if you buy professional certificates, you are signing your life for evil. And I will explain. You can hide the mistake of a doctor. You can hide the mistake of a lawyer. An accountant can manipulate figure to hide his mistake. But the mistake of an engineer is so glaring that you cannot hide it. Let a plane drop, then you will see who to blame. When doctor makes mistake in his theater, he's dealing with a person. When lawyer makes mistake and cover it, he's dealing with few people. But imagine a 10-story building collapsing. You know the number of lives and properties that will go with it. So you can't hide it. So and that is why entering into professionalism in engineering, you have to add honesty to it. If you are not honest about it, if you are smart again, you may discover you are already signing your failure. So that is why in our own branch, we do not allow any form of sharp practice. We don't sell our certificates. We believe in integrity. And if anybody is demanding money from you, please let me know. If anybody wants to write your report for you, let me know. Because it's not allowed. Well, I want to tell you, like you will have known, that engineering is a professional discipline. And there are two levels of our training. The first major training is the academic, where you have to understand the basic principle and the science that surrounds engineering practice. You have to go through laboratory experiments. You have to go through some industrial attachment. For any engineering trainee that has passed through an higher institution, this will have benefited from 1 year of practical attachment. 3 months in your part 2, part 3, and part 4, 6 months. And it's just to open you to industrial life and the practicality in the industry, and to make you to see some little deviation between theory and practice. Yet, what you have learned in theory is the basic principles. And you now have to learn how to apply it into practice. So in engineering training, after you've gotten the certificate, rushing to have the certificate and you have gotten it, you are now to pass through a pupillage. You graduate from an engineering institution, you are a pupil engineer. You are not yet a mature engineer. So when people say engineers, you are just deceiving yourself, And that is the truth. Yes, you are an engineer, but you are still in embryo. And you have to be honest. If you are honest, then you are ready to learn. It's just like in academics, someone has a master's or even PhD and is employed and he is doing like this. You just finish yourself. Because things you should learn, if you don't learn them when you get up there, you will still reach them. So because you graduate, you get job, they are now calling you an engineer, and you accept it like that, and you don't see you are still in your professional training, and you want to see yourself to have arrived, you will not learn. So after you have graduated, which you have done now, serving your pupillage. Under normal circumstances, you are supposed to have a logbook. We are still trying to work to ensure that is restored. It used to be. You have a logbook that when you now graduate and you are working under a certified engineer, even if you are working as a teacher, you have FNSE. FNSE can pair you with a practicing engineer around you who is licensed. So you start to learn your theory in fluid mechanics, your theory in strength of material, what you have learned in mechanics of machine, what you have learned in your hydraulics and hydrology, what you have learned, to now harmonize them to design. That is the first work of an engineer. If you are an engineer, you can't design, you are gone. And that's why in your professional exam, you want to see design. If a doctor cannot diagnose, then it's not better than a nurse. Diagnosis is his major work. So open your mouth, see your tongue, bring out your tongue, do like this. Take your temperature, go to the lab, do this. When he has all those results, he must be able to, because a single symptom can be found in several diseases. You must be able to identify this is the real problem. Then you need to take this drug, go to pharmacist, you need to do this. If you cannot do that, then it's gone. Also, an engineer in the technology field, you stand at the top of the ladder and you are to direct and guide others. So if you can't design and you don't know the basic principle, you are gone. So that is why in your exam you will see basic theories in your objectives. So if you have thrown away your fluid mechanics, you are already saying you have problem. You have thrown away engineering, mathematics. You say, thank God I have certificate. No mathematics. You will meet it in your objective. So please, you just have to know what you are doing. You have to brush. You have to be able to harmonize theory with practice. If you are not, then you are not better than a mechanic on the road. So please, engineering is a standard all over the world. If you are an engineer in Nigeria, you can go anywhere. And the reason is because engineering, you use first your brain. Even though you use your hand, your brain comes first. You must know the theory. Thank God for people like Engineer Killer in Baga. He was one of those that liberated Nigerian engineers. They will employ engineers and be using engineers as technicians. They be listening for them, do this. One day, Killer said, I'm sorry. What you are telling me to do will not work. And the white man almost slapped him. He said, please, don't do that. What I'm saying, I'm sure, because I'm an engineer. What you are telling me to do won't work. This is the theory behind it, and they subject it to test only to find out it was correct. So if you work in places like Lavage, places like some of these multinationals, and they treat you like technician, reasoning for you, doing things for you, and you now come to us, I only tell you what the technician will do for us. You don't know the theory, they drive you back. So you must be able to harmonize theory with practice. And that is what we show you are far better than a mechanic, than a plumber, because the plumber will do building services. If you are a mechanical engineer, you can't tell us, why do we have those who diameter of pipe? What is the flow rate? You don't know the theory of this continuity equation, Bernoulli's equation, how they apply to what you are doing, then you are gone. So please, you are trying to prove you can practice on your own. And you should justify it. And don't think of buying certificate, it wouldn't help you. But if you can pass through it and you can succeed, anywhere in the world you can say I'm an engineer. And you can prove your worth. So I want to welcome you, and I want to tell you, FNSE Abeokuta branch is a family. Feel free, ask your questions, relate with those of us who are your senior colleagues. We will readily accept you and see how to assist you. But transparency, honesty, integrity is our watchword. Thank you so much.